George back like he never left. His first game of 2022, coming off the elbow injury. 34 points, including 20 in the third, 6 assists, 5 steals, 6 of 9 from 3 in 31 minutes, 10 of 20 from the field overall. Matter of fact, those 34 points, most ever by a player who has missed their team's previous 40-plus games within one season. That's according to the Elias Sports Bureau. But check out this season for the Clippers, though, the 8th-place Clippers. 4th comeback win this season when trailing by at least 24 points. Most such wins in the last 25 seasons. Marc J. Spears is here with us. Spears, so Paul George is back. Been rumblings that Norman Powell and even Kawhi Leonard could maybe come back. So I'll ask it to you this way. Are the Clippers the Nets of the West? And you know what I mean by that.
Yes. I was in Ty Lue's office last week, and I asked him, I'm like, if you could get those 3 guys back, what is that for your team? And the word he used was special. And I asked him, I'm like, is it out of the realm of possibility that those 3 guys could be back? And he said, no, it's possible. It's quite possible. And so there was kind of a smile in his eyes, a gleam in his, he was smiling. There was a gleam in his eyes. There was an excitement, but tempered, and didn't really want to say anything. And then next thing you know, PG's back, and actually Norman Powell was working out the day I was there. So they are scary, but like, I think it's different though, because at least the guy you're talking to, like Ben Simmons, I don't expect him to come back. You know, obviously, Kyrie was in and out. These guys haven't been there at all. So to suddenly add 3 guys that instantly make this a championship caliber team, like, my first worry is, okay, because they're locked in at the 8. I'm guessing they'll likely play Minnesota. Like, before we get to Suns or whoever is the 2nd seed, Memphis, like, is that who Minnesota wants to face, right? At a play-in game, like, face them, and then potentially a Grizzlies team that may start without Ja Morant or a rusty Ja Morant. With those guys back, I mean, these playoffs, man, on both sides are going to be as interesting as I've ever seen them. The oddest of matchups. And you could try to run, you could try to hide, but there's nowhere to go, because no matter where you go, there's a good team waiting on you.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You know, I want you to put Paul George into perspective for us, if you could describe him. And the reason I say it is because when he's doing his thing like he did last night, nobody looks smoother. Nobody, the game looks so easy for him at times. And then his same personality, when he's off, it's almost like, what's going on with Paul George? You know, it's easy to pick on him. I think a lot of people do. Just look at him. I don't know if his demeanor makes people think that he's not really into it. How would you characterize Paul George?
I've been watching Paul play in person since he was at Fresno State. And he has such a cool, calm demeanor, that Palmdale demeanor, that looked like he's playing basketball with a cigarette in his mouth. you know what I mean? Like, just the end of the cigarette too, man. You know, he just, that's him.
The meme. He's a walking meme with just like, like you're about to fix your carburetor, basically.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. You know.
Boy, you look just like your daddy. I mean, give me a 6-pack of beer or something. Give me a 6-pack of beer. That's all.
And he still got a chip on his shoulder. He still remembers all the trash talking, which I think he shook off probably last year during the playoffs for sure. But this dude is a scary player to play right now. And like the Kawhi thing, I believe it when it happens, but we could believe Paul George now. He's back. He looked great in the second half. He did that against a really good team. He led the Clippers back against the Jazz from 25 points, right? I mean, I'm with Ty Lue. If they just Paul being back is huge for this team. If they get Powell back, I mean, regardless to whether Kawhi's back or not, they're a scary force all of a sudden.
Let's just go ahead and set the table. Let's stay in LA. Let's stay in Staples Center or Crypto, whatever you call it. For people who may for the first time be tuning into this here program, there was a bet that was made a while back between the two of you, between the gentleman to my left and my right, about the Lakers.
My internet not that good here. My internet not that good.
No, you ain't in Africa this time. No, you stateside. Your broadband is just fine. Okay.
Nice try. Nice try.
Remind me of the terms. The Lakers, Spears, you bet Holley that the Lakers would get out of the first round at least. You better.
And don't make that face like that. We were talking about like November, early December.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay. And I'm just trying to make sure we get it right.
Anthony Davis wasn't hurt at that time, so he's had some things that fell into his favor.
What were the terms?
Look at that
first round, right?
Like he probably cheered to the heavens
Spears,
when Anthony Davis got hurt.
Anthony Davis wasn't hurt. Hey, Spears. After winter must come spring. Yes, Anthony Davis is going to get hurt. You know that. I mean, come on. Really?
All right, wait.
Really, that's really unfair.
But I love the bet, though.
Hey, but I'm going to switch the bet up a little bit in your favor. No, listen.
Oh, okay, in his favor?
Okay, how's that?
I'm not going to send you I'm not going to send you a case because if one sends a case, then it gets pricey, and I don't want to send you nothing cheap. So I'd rather send you something outstanding, Magnum-wise, if you want.
But you're conceding that the first round is now out of the question, given that they're currently out of the play.
Look, what they said, the fat lady, she hanging out. She gargling, she tuning.
She warming up.
She been warming up. She ready to go, but she ain't singing yet.
Well, that's the question. Are the Lakers just ready to go? I mean, because
AD
at times it
could
just
be
look
back
like they
Friday.
checked out.
They could still get in the play-in. There's still a chance.
Okay.
Tell your boy Michael that he been trying to shut them down for the last. He been trying to get LeBron and Anthony Davis just to quit on the season for the last like 2 months.
LeBron ankle hurt. Like Murphy's Law.
Right. That too.
Like I think because Michael, I think you got some Caribbean roots, right?
Maybe.
I think he put a hex
why
on
you
them.
say?
I think he put some. I think he put a little juju on them. Because ever since we made that bet, everything has gone wrong. People got hurt. Russ is arguing with Brad Turner, arguing with reporters. Like, everything's gone bad.
Well, here's the thing, Mark, and I like betting with you.
You did not.
I know.
You didn't say that wasn't true, but go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna confirm it now. You need to talk to Michael Smith. You know, New Orleans. You know, some things going on in New Orleans. He would know about that more.
Well, me and him both know about that, but
yeah.
I'm just light skinned. I ain't got no Caribbean roots or nothing like that. Not that I know of. But go ahead. You were saying, Michael.
Yeah, but I like betting.
But they do
with
sell
Marc
voodoo
Spears,
dolls at the French market. Go ahead.
Because Spears has excellent taste, so I know I'm gonna get something good. But you tell me, Spears, basketball wise, because I've already written off the.
So you good with the Magnum thing?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, okay. I know you.
Right.
I know you're gonna come up with something good. I know you're a man of your word.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get it if you win.
I've written off 21-22, 22-23 for the Lakers. Like, how would you fix it? Like, what would you do? I know they're an aggressive team, and LeBron's gonna be there. But what would you do around them to bring them back to a championship level?
Well, the one thing that's different with Russ is he has 1 year left on his deal. So you might be able to get more teams that will consider doing a trade for him that are trying to clear salary cap space. Who are those teams? I don't know. Maybe there is a talented player that a team just, you know what, we don't want to be committed to paying them for 3 or 4 years anymore. We want to kind of reboot. So I think by waiting to the summer, instead of just having, say, a John Wall trade, you bring other teams into But you could add some more possibilities to the mix in terms of teams that may be willing to, do a three-way trade, get rid of some salaries. So I do think there's some more options there. They're going to lose their pick to the Pelicans, right? So nothing's going to happen draft-wise. But I just think they got to do a better job in terms of getting players that fit what LeBron James does, right? And it doesn't look like Russ is a good fit. And I don't think that changes over a summer. So I'll be curious to see what more options are available other than because John Wall is going to perhaps be more attractive too because he's going to be in the last year of his deal as well. I actually was for a John Wall trade. Thought that could be helpful for the Lakers. I think the way he catches and shoots could have fit in well with LeBron, especially at a third option, assuming, at times when Anthony Davis is healthy. So maybe they should look at that again, but I do think there could be more opportunities. So it starts with Russ.
We are 50 minutes into the show. This is the second time we've talked about the Lakers, and specifically the Lakers' piss-poor performance last night, and have neglected to even devote any amount of time to the team that won and the team that is now a half a game out of third in the Western Conference. Wow. And a team that right now is looking at a matchup with the Jazz, which is not good for the Jazz, and that's Luka Doncic's Dallas Mavericks. Luka had another 30-point triple-double in, I think, 30 minutes or something, some craziness last night, or less than 30 minutes, whatever it was. Point being.
Through three quarters. Through three quarters.
Through 3 quarters. There you go.
Amazing.
So how dangerous is Dallas? We talk about look up and down the conference or the playoffs. There's you can't run, you can't hide from a good team. Dallas seems to be, and look, I don't watch every show or listen to every podcast, but Dallas seems to be the least talked about good team in the Western Conference, at least from what I can tell, which is crazy considering you got a superstar, Luka Doncic, that people have been having an MVP conversation practically since he got in the league.
Well, they've been rising up late. They haven't been playing as great all season. They've kind of ascended in the last couple of weeks, playing great basketball at probably a key time for them. And then one thing that has helped them is now the drama between, Porzingis and Doncic is over. And Spencer Dinwiddie has been a huge pickup for them. Yeah. Great number 2 scorer, big score for them. I expect him to have some big games in the postseason. He's certainly playing with a chip on his shoulder as well. So, but I mentioned this earlier, Dallas is playing well. The 8 teams that I believe will end up in the postseason in the West can all beat up each other. The same thing in the Eastern Conference. The parity in the NBA right now is outstanding. It's not top heavy in either place. The teams are all capable of knocking each other off. It's this crazy battle royal that by the time they get to the finals, both teams are going to be bleeding and need bandages and going to have black eyes. So yeah, Doncic is doing great today, but if they played, Utah, what do they have to counter Rudy Gobert? They're not a team that has any size to be intimidated by now, but Doncic in the playoffs, he's a monster. I saw it close up in the bubble. I'm sure he'll be scary, but expect long series up and down both conferences. I wouldn't be surprised if we see several 7-game series, nail-biting things. And my hope right now is just let's get these teams as healthy as possible. Because there's just too many significant injuries right now that are I want Ja healthy. I want Steph healthy. Even if Ben Simmons could come back, I would love that. I want to see these teams as healthy as possible. And, obviously if the Lakers get healthy, hey, maybe I win my bet.
There we go.
Hey. But never know, right?
What Ty Lue said still rings with me, that they are going to be special. So there's a lot of intriguing storylines, more so going to the postseason than I can remember in years, man. I don't know that. Usually that 8 seed team, that 7 seed team is
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. No, that team could get you if you don't take them right.
Yeah, no question. Hey, man, we appreciate you. We look forward to tracking the postseason with you, man. And,
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
All right,
listen,
so I'm going to give you a choice,
generous,
Mike. I'm going to give you a choice.
Feeling generous,
I'm
send
four
me something,
choices.
too.
I might do that.
Okay.
Maritson, Frank family, Charles Krug, or Brown family. All Bay Area wines. Pick
Yeah, I
one.
don't know what none of that means. Michael, you know what that means, Mike? Does that resonate with you at all?
I'm going to have to look it all up. I'm going to look it all up. Do my research.
Text me, I'll hit you the
we ain't
name.
all
See,
cultured like
I
you.
paid my bet.
We ain't all cultured. We're not
yet.
sophisticated like you.
This dude's next level. He's next level.
That's high class stuff.
That's why he said,
Hey.
"Well, yeah, I'll take what he sent me. I'll take the Magnum
right.
bottle because he knows what level it's going to be. He knows."
Hey, look, I like to bet with rich people, man. You know, you rich, so
No, I have rich
I know you
friends.
come up with something.
I know the right
Okay.
people.
All right.
That's
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.